Hello again, Todd Clemons, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. Well, today's Veterans Day, and the first thing we want to do is thank our veterans. Thank you for your service. Thank you for defending our liberty and defending our freedom, and for everything you've done for this country. We're indebted to you, and our hearts go out to you very much on this day. And we have two veterans here that work at Okeechobee Livestock Market, Joe Jenkins and R.E. Thomas. Thank you for your service. And on another note, a good friend of ours and my family's for many years passed away Monday afternoon. Mr. Fowler, as I knew him, Jim Fowler, good friend of my dad's. All the hunting and fishing trips they took together, you could write a book probably about every trip they took. But he was a great guy. You know the old story about give a man a fish, feed him for a day, or teach a man to fish and feed him for life. Well, Mr. Fowler, he taught lots of people how to fish, including me. And then he'd also give you fish to eat too. He sure could catch them, but he could cook them even better than that. And Jimmy and Dory and Emily and Kenny, we're thinking about you, and our hearts and prayers are with you too at this time. And what a great guy. Lots of good memories. So, okay, well, let's check into the market. Man, I tell you, I've been telling you it's going to come around, and there was light at the end of the tunnel, and it's finally happening here. You can see the changes in the cattle prices here even this week. We had to fight off that storm. Lots of rain around here. I'm telling you, it's so wet. I don't know how people are even getting into their cow pens. We sure didn't have many cattle on Monday, but we had a pretty decent run there on Tuesday. Only 1,200 or 1,300 head for the whole week, but prices were extremely higher and better. Calves were a good $10 higher, and slaughter classes were $3 to $5 higher. The calf market, I'm telling you that the feedlots are more current now. They've gotten rid of that backlog of big heavy cattle. The cattle were grading extremely good. There was a lot of choice meat out there, and now you can tell by the percentage of choice meat coming out of the slaughterhouses that they're more current, because they're just not the percentage is not as big as it was. Cattle are not weighing, well, they're still weighing pretty good bit, but they're not grading extremely high like they had, because they didn't have all those days on feed like they have been. So cattle are more current. They're getting them out of there, killing them with less days on them, which means they're going to grade a lot or lower. Probably more like more select than there are choice. So the cutouts, but the box beef cutouts have really reached a point where they're at the second highest level in history this time period. Okay, not for overall, because back in the COVID days those box beef cutouts were, I don't know what, $5 a pound or something like that. But now they're trading up around $220, $230, and the choice was at $240 something, I believe, Monday, which is extremely high for this time of year. And you have to go back, and I was looking at a report Cassie Fish puts out every week. You have to go back to 2014. If you'll remember, the year 2014 and 15 was when we had these really high calf prices. We have to go all the way back to 2014 to hit the numbers that were approaching. Box beef cutouts topped $2.31 in November of this year. And you have to go back to 2014, where they were just under $2.57. And so that is something that's very encouraging, and we're looking at maybe these calf prices even getting better, but they were a lot better this week. Grazing conditions are getting there, the ryegrass is getting ready, and these lighter weight calves are bringing a lot more money now. Here this week we had some weighted average steers. Number one steers weighed 379 at $1.73. That was the heifers, 141.93. In the heavier class cattle, the steers weighed 519 weighted average, and they brought 143.59. And the heifer mates to them weighed 522 at 127.28. It's about a $15 or $16 spread between the steers and the heifers. And always, you know, those heifers, it just takes a little bit more to feed them. You have more days on feed with those cattle, and they don't gain quite as much as the steers do. So there's a discrepancy between the steer price and the heifers. Also, I looked at we had some good bull calves again. A lot of people don't castrate their calves, and they sell them as bulls, and those calves are $15 or 15 cents a pound cheaper on the bull calves than the steers are. The steers brought $1.43. A good bull calf that same weight would bring about $1.25 or 6 or 7, somewhere along in there. But still, it's a lot better, and demand is picking up, and we're pretty excited about the way things are looking optimistically. The COVID virus that they've come out, they've tested it. 2 different companies have this vaccine out, and they're saying it's 90% effective. The stock market has kind of gone through the roof. People are getting real excited about restaurants opening up, and you know, the economy really coming back on board with this vaccine. We'll see how that works, but it sure is looking very optimistic for us right now in the cattle business. We had some high prices this week. D-Cross Ranch of Okeechobee had a 200-pound calf bring $2.05. And on the slaughter cow side, Sacramento Farms here in Okeechobee had a 1,180-pound cow that brought 75 cents. I'm not sure if they thought that cow was a bull or not. That was an extremely high price for a cow. That's your market report. Thank you.